Flying seems simple. You board the plane, find your seat, and try to get comfortable. But behind every flight are systems, habits, and unspoken tips that experienced travelers use to make the journey smoother, safer, and more pleasant. These are the flight secrets most passengers never learn, but once you know them, you'll wonder how you ever traveled without them. Subscribe to Epic Voyage for weekly travel insights that help you fly smarter and avoid unnecessary hassles. 1. The cold truth about window seats. Window seats are a favorite for many travelers, and it's easy to see why. You get the view, fewer interruptions, and a surface to lean on while you rest. But few realize that window seats can also be the coldest place on the aircraft. The outer wall of the plane is exposed directly to the atmosphere, and temperatures at cruising altitude can plummet to below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. While cabin insulation provides a barrier, over long flights, the chill slowly makes its way through the wall. On overnight or transcontinental flights, this can make the hours spent in that cozy window seat surprisingly uncomfortable. Passengers often assume the cabin temperature is uniform, but in reality, microclimates form. If you've ever found yourself shivering while others seem fine, the seat location might be to blame. That's why seasoned travelers recommend always packing a small, foldable layer, even for summer trips. A travel-sized fleece or compact down jacket takes up little room in your bag, but can save you hours of discomfort in flight. 2. The hidden risk in airplane coffee and tea. That hot cup of coffee or tea may be a comforting ritual on early flights or red-eyes, but you may want to reconsider what goes into those drinks. Unlike bottled beverages, the water used to prepare hot drinks comes from the aircraft's onboard water tanks. These tanks are refilled and maintained by ground crews, but various studies have shown that water quality can be inconsistent across airlines and aircraft models. In some cases, testing has revealed the presence of E. coli, coliform bacteria, and other pathogens. These tanks are difficult to access and clean thoroughly. Regulatory standards vary between countries and airline carriers, meaning the water source isn't always reliable. Even boiling may not eliminate all contaminants. For safer hydration, choose sealed options: bottled water, canned juice, or soda. Not only are they safer, but they're also more consistent in taste and quality. For longer flights, consider bringing your own empty, reusable water bottle and filling it from a safe source at the airport before boarding. 3. The dirtiest surfaces on the plane are not in the bathroom. Most people assume that airplane bathrooms are the dirtiest places on board, and while they're certainly not sterile, there's another spot that often ranks even worse: the tray table. Tray tables are used constantly throughout flights, for eating, reading, working, even changing diapers. But cleaning crews have limited time during tight turnarounds, and tray tables often get skipped or lightly wiped. Independent lab tests have found tray tables harboring thousands of bacteria per square inch, significantly more than flush buttons or faucet handles in the lavatory. In close second is the seat back pocket. Travelers store used tissues, wrappers, and food items there, but these pockets are rarely emptied and even less frequently cleaned. The best approach? Pack disinfecting wipes and clean your tray table, armrests, and even your seatbelt buckle as soon as you sit down. And think twice before using the seatback pocket unless absolutely necessary. 4. The best time to fly if you hate delays. Flight delays don't just ruin plans, they create cascading effects across entire journeys. Missed connections, lost reservations, and wasted vacation time can all start with a single delayed departure. Morning flights, especially those before 9 a.m, consistently perform best for punctuality. These flights use planes that parked overnight at the airport, meaning they're not dependent on late arrivals from previous flights. With fresh crews, clean cabins, and a cleared runway, morning departures are your safest bet. There's another advantage: early flights offer more backup options. If your flight does get cancelled, airlines still have the whole day to find you an alternative. Afternoon and evening flights offer fewer rebooking opportunities and often result in overnight delays. Morning departures also benefit from calmer air. Because of lower atmospheric instability earlier in the day, turbulence tends to be gentler, making the flight experience smoother, especially over mountainous or tropical regions. So while setting your alarm for 4:30 a.m. may not be appealing, arriving on time, avoiding headaches and enjoying a quieter flight usually make the trade-off worthwhile. 5. The secret perks of sitting in the back. Sitting near the front of the plane often feels like a luxury. Quicker boarding, early deplaning, and first pick of overhead space. But what many travelers don't realize is that the back of the plane offers benefits of its own. Flight attendants often stage from the rear galley, which means faster service for those in the last few rows. These passengers may be the first to receive snacks, drinks, or meal trays during secondary rounds. Because these seats are less visible to the rest of the cabin, crew members may feel more at ease offering extras, whether it's an extra beverage, additional snacks, or small conveniences. There's also a psychological benefit. Fewer people behind you means less bumping or pushing when passengers move through the aisle. Of course, the back isn't for everyone. The engine noise may be slightly louder and deplaning takes longer. But for travelers focused on service and comfort, the back may be an underrated choice. 6. A common neck pillow mistake that causes discomfort. Travel pillows are essential for long flights, but many travelers make a critical mistake when using inflatable versions. They fully inflate them before takeoff. As the aircraft ascends and cabin pressure drops, the air inside the pillow expands. If already full, the pillow becomes rock hard, or worse, it can rupture at the seams. The fix is simple. Inflate your pillow about 70% before takeoff. Once you're in the air, it will naturally expand to a comfortable firmness. This trick not only prevents discomfort, but can also preserve the life of your travel gear. Inflatable pillows with burst seams are common casualties of poorly planned inflations. 7. The smart traveler's trick to better in-flight meals. Standard in-flight meals often leave much to be desired. Bland taste, soggy textures, and mystery ingredients are common complaints. But there's a way to upgrade your dining experience without paying more. Special meals, vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, kosher, or low sodium, are often prepared in smaller quantities with better quality control. They're typically loaded onto the plane first and served before general meal service begins. This gives you two advantages. Your meal is often fresher and you finish eating earlier, giving you more time to relax, read, or sleep. Most airlines allow you to select a special meal when booking or by editing your reservation later. It's a quick change that can significantly improve your onboard experience. 8. Booking through the airline is safer than you think. While third-party booking sites can be tempting with discounts and package deals, they often add complications when something goes wrong. Airlines give booking priority and support to direct customers. If a flight is delayed, cancelled, or rescheduled, passengers who booked through the airline are first in line for rebooking or compensation. Third-party agents can introduce delays in processing changes and may charge additional service fees. In urgent situations, weather disruptions, strikes, or missed connections, dealing directly with the airline simplifies the resolution process. For critical trips, the slightly higher upfront cost is often worth the peace of mind. 9. Use airline apps for real-time advantage. Most travelers now use airline apps to check in or download mobile boarding passes, but few realize how powerful these apps have become. Beyond just the basics, airline apps now act as a direct communication